So here we are, it's my parent night for the science, for the STEM workshops. So first thing is we have this block that's supposed to hold some of the game cards, and there just weren't enough to go around. So what I did is I made a dozen more, and I'll throw those in the box so you can have them. Also, so you know, what we do all the time is we use these clothespins just to stand things up. Here I have the three stations for the magnifiers. Can you find three initials? There's some pennies and two different size magnifiers. Over here, I have some Scotch tape and some cards with some pencils so they can make their fingerprints. There are the fingerprint answer keys, and again, the two kinds of magnifiers, and some wipes to clean up when they're done. Over here, I have the station where they get to identify what the mystery image is. Over here, I have in one of my handy-dandy stands, how can you pick up only blue fish? And I separated the fishing cards so that this station is the fishing cards, and there are the fish, the fishing pole. Over here, how can you make the car move? And the follow-up to that is, can you make the car move up the ramp? So I laid it out like this, and found out that if you use the little magnets, the horseshoe magnets like this, you can actually get the little cars to roll away. Over here, how can you get the mouse through the maze? I set it up with the wands. They're pretty strong. You need a strong magnet to get it set up like that. Over here, I just left out this with the 80 connectors or whatever they are. Basically, the idea is to build, anything you like, but maybe we could set it up, build the tallest structure that you can. Over here, these things I'm not really happy with these, how these worked out. It seems like they're limited in what they can actually build. It's a lot of one-way connections, so not really thrilled with these guys. It could be a little frustrating. For the little kids, because it was frustrating for this big kid. Over here, can you make this cart go farther? I really like this game because it's very open-ended. And over here, how can you make it harder to get the ball in the hole? And there's other scenarios for this thing. And I left out these blocks that came with that ramp to play with this game. Then way over here, I have the sink and float. So how can you make a sinking lily pad float? This one's pretty easy. I think you'll like this. So you find one that sinks. And if you just chuck it in, it sinks to the bottom. But if you want to use the surface tension, if you hold it very flat and just lay it very gently on top of the water, you can get the lily pad to float that way. It's kind of the way an insect stands on the water, but if you just break that surface tension, it's sunk. Over here is how can you make the raft tip, and I have this raft in this big bucket. There's about an inch of water in there, and I have these glass plastic weights down in there. And then over here I have, can you place the same number of items in two boats and only sink one? So there are your two boats, and there's your bucket for the water there. I would think that for tonight I could have gone with two of these, but whatever. Over here, we got bubbles. What shape bubble will you make with a square wand and a triangle wand? I left one wand out with a circle on it, and then they can make their own. Over here, how can you make a bigger bubble? And I have the turkey basters, the little pipettes, and I brought some straws. And I found the biggest way to make a bigger bubble is if you use the straw and just blow on it very slowly. You inflate that bubble slowly. One liability is I did not bring any kind of a tablecloth. This table is going to get hosed with soap solution, which isn't a problem. It's just going to be a beast to clean up. I would say that I left about 80% of the stuff still in the boxes. So I'll report back after my 6 people who signed up go through this.